And there we are again, last game of the day, at least here on HeflaTV 1. Also there's another game on HeflaTV 2 if you would like, but of course I know you want to stay here. I know you like me instead of Grandis. I'm so much better. Either way, my name is HeflaMoke and I'm casting with Benji. We have a bit of a problem right now because Mr. Guanzo is not loading in. Either way, you guys are watching HeflaTV 1 jDL Season 3 Division 2 America, and he eventually loaded in, and there we go. So Benji, how do you feel about this game? Who's your favorite?
Well, I will be honest, I haven't seen a lot of either of these two teams, obviously coming in from the American divisions, meaning that I think I've seen 2K Gaming a little bit before, so presumably I'm going to say that I'm favorite for them just because I've seen them once before.
Well, I actually I've seen both of them, and I think I casted each and every game of them so far in Division 2 here, America, because they played versus NSC versus El Bricky before, and so far they won pretty much everything. They also played against the Vietnamese, which we saw at the start of August and the end of July, and the only time they lost was against Root, also a North American team. But so far, Thundercats, they are definitely my favorite here. 2K Gaming, the Peruvians, well, as a team, quite organized, I have to say. They didn't play too much in the JDL yet. They played against another Peruvian team and lost 2-0 there, and they also played against No Fear Dota, which is a North American team here in the Division 2, and they also lost 2-0. So far, 2K Gaming, they are completely without any wins in the JDL, and if that changed today, that's the question.
Yeah, because we are actually going to be waiting and seeing for these first few picks and bans, and it's a little bit interesting that Thundercats are taking a few moments to pick up the first pick and first ban, as generally most teams will know exactly what they want as soon as the as soon as their turn comes around, especially in these first two picks. Picking up the second most picked up hero in the current JDL league, the Shadow Shaman. Really nice support, just amazing. Got stuns, got nukes, and he's got pushing power. If he, aside from being possibly one of the slower supports in the game, got practically everything you want from a healthy, full, balanced diet support.
Sorry, I'm just chatting. People were asking me for my playlist, and I leave you alone here. I'm so sorry, Benji. I know. I actually said I'm good at multitasking as of late. Well, I learned it since I founded the label here, HeflaTV. But I have to admit, the longer the day goes, the harder it gets. I mean, consider, like, I casted 5 best of 2s yesterday till deep in the night. Today, 9 a.m. I was going to bed, sleeping 2 hours to go online to stream 2 best of 1s, and now we're on the 3rd game here as well. So I think my brain is mush by now.
At this point, you're a little bit unsure where life begins and Dota ends.
Yeah, Dota is everywhere. Dota is life, just like that. Either way, I'm fully focused now. I'm with you, and yeah, everything goes along the meta. You already said what we got banned out. Invoker, quite a surprise that he makes it into the first ban stage, because usually we don't see him there, and that of course opens quite something. I mean, that could be a Razor, that could be what else? A Tinker if 2K Gaming wants to go for it, but I don't think the Peruvians want to go for a Tinker this game, because I think the first game is on US East, and obviously they don't have the best ping there. So the Tinker is a hero where sometimes the millisecond counts, and Tinker, I don't know, might, just for that reason alone, not be the best choice.
Yeah, as in I will say they're also taking a lot of time to pick up their first pick, and has 2K Gaming, I was about to say has this 2K Gaming disconnected, but it seems they haven't, and they pick up a Disruptor. Now that's an interesting niche pick coming out here, and
I wouldn't even say it's a niche pick. I just think it's a completely unnecessary pick in the wrong position. You could have easily gone for a Disruptor on pick 3, 4, whatsoever, but I'm just looking forward to what they draft next. Just because, like, I mean, if you pick a Disruptor first pick, that means you want to go for a very specific tactic, and apparently I don't see it coming, because there's a Jakiro, and unless this is an aggressive Jakiro safe laning or mid, I just don't know what is the reason for banning, getting those two in the first picks.
Yeah, because they're not going to get banned. They're not really going to get picked up. Maybe the Jakiro, but they're not high priority picks in this current meta. And something you often see, especially in the when you go into the amateur leagues, is when teams don't quite know exactly the importance of their first picks and first bans. When certain heroes have more of a cost, and you pay that with how soon you pick them up.
Yep, absolutely. And, well, for the other side, it looks pretty traditional. We have the Mass Up Wards as well as all the Disable already by the Shadow Shaman, and now they top that even with the Viper. A candidate for the mid so far, at least the best one they got. And sure, tanky hero can actually make quite something happening on the Disruptor and the Jakiro as such. Viper Strike and then just Poison Attack. That should be enough to get those supports down unless they're in a farming role. Second bun stage is there, and yeah, the Panda. Like, it's really a surprise he made it through, but again, 2K Gaming, they didn't want to secure the Tinker, didn't want to secure the Panda, even though these are the highest value picks, at least when you look in the meta. But yeah, they just didn't want to, and therefore it's all good. Panda out, and a Darkseer out as well. That's quite a surprise.
Well, the Panda, I'm surprised he managed to make it through to the first set of bans, as obviously he's a very good hero, one of the more higher picked and banned heroes, just because his ultimate simply says win team fight here when you press R.
Yeah, pretty much. And the Tide Center.
Yeah, as in the Tide Hunter again, a very good hero. He's great for both countering and being a part of the Death Ball meta. If you use him as a kind of make sure you have the team fight advantage, it means you can go Death Ball, and you can also use him to counter the Death Ball, as his team fight ability is probably one of the better in the entire Dota 2 game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything we mentioned, the Tinker, the Panda, the Tide Hunter, has been banned out now in the second stage. That's why I don't understand why 2K Gaming is going for Disruptor Jakiro. But let's see. I mean, there's more to come. Like, maybe this is really just some Death Ball strategy, so we're gonna see the next Death Prophet and then a Pugno or something, but it's a Magnus. Okay, so this is Magnus fishing for RP into Kinetic Field, Static Storm, Ice Path, Macropire, stuff like that. So a huge AoE combo. I mean, it's all cool, but it has to work out. So far, it's really all AoE. I mean, we have Thunderstorm, then the Breath, Ice Path, Liquid Fire, Macropire, then the Shockwave. We have even the Skua as such. RP, okay, it's nerfed, doesn't do that much damage anymore, but of course then we have the ultimate cooldown plus Flak Cannon. So all of the heroes are capable of a ton of AoE damage, but we get an Omni Knight on Thundercats, and that's of course like already one big downside for them. They ban out now the Death Prophet. They don't want to have this push coming up, but Wraith King and Omni Knight, what do you think about this?
Well, I will say I do like the Omni Knight just general as a hero. I feel he does very well in the current meta in terms of stopping that death wall coming out. And 2K Gaming, that is mostly what they're trying to go for. They're trying to go for that mass team fight. They get the Magnus ultimate, get the Gyrocopter ultimate, get Disruptor and Jakiro all coming together with that big wombo combo. And Omni Knight can stop that to a lot of extent.
Yep, that like the Omni Knight, if the Omni Knight is outside and not in the reverse polarity and he gets his ultimate off, I mean, it's not 100% guaranteed that everybody's like surviving, but it's still, I mean, he has a heal, which the Magnus will get for sure, obviously, because the reverse polarities are bringing everyone close, so he's gonna get that heal damage as well. He can prevent a lot of damage, obviously, with one repel, and so far there's no hero that could like easily and fast pick up, for example, a Diffuser Blight to get rid of the repel. And then of course there's this the ultimate, the Guardian Angel, and that's something, well, quite interesting. And they go even for more AoE. Look, this strategy, it's centered around the Magnus. Like, if the Magnus gets a fed RP, we have Warlock ultimate, Cooldown, Macropire, Static Storm, Kinetic Field, Thunderstorm, the Barrage, and even the chains like the Fatal Bonds. This is nuts. If it works, it's crazy. But if just one thing goes wrong, Magnus missing the RP, Magnus being killed, Magnus being silenced, if that's the problem. Like, if you put everything on one card, and if you don't pull that card, the game is lost.
Yep, and I'm not that fond of that kind of strategy coming out from teams, as often you'll see teams that try and go for this wombo combo or all in on one strategy, and if it doesn't work, it means they have a lack of flexibility to try and play themselves out of the hole that they may have put themselves into.
Yep, absolutely. And Well, I like the silencer pick because like the heroes they have at the moment, none of them is actually a BKB rusher except for the gyrocopter. So the right silence in the right place, and the Magnus can't do anything. No Warlock ultimate, no Disruptor ultimate, etc., etc. So these seconds of silence they might be enough to take down 1 or 2 targets, and then the entire AOE combo just fails. But either way, let's see how the Peruvians play it out. I mean, before those big clash fights come, they have to go for a laning stage, and how they lane it, this is definitely going to be interesting. I mean, I can imagine, of course, the Magnus being in the mid, the Gyrocopter laning with either dual lanes, Gyrocopter, Chakiro, and maybe Disruptor, Warlock, something like that. It has to be dual lanes, otherwise I couldn't imagine who's going offlane.
No, the only other option is that Magnus goes on the off lane and you send the Jakiro mid. As we have seen the Jakiro mid being played by several players, most commonly known for by Wii, who loves playing Jakiro mid and just, you know, getting that very fast team damage up and just nuking down towers.
I don't think that's coming out, but let's see. Maybe it is. I mean, Balkan Bears introduced us, the Jakiro mid, and many teams actually tried here and there. Let's see. We have to reconnect on the Disruptor, but one of the TC guys is actually disconnected, so we take that time and just introduce the teams. We have here on 2K side MSN, Forever, Love on the Warlock. We have Marshall playing the Magnus, 994 God on the Gyrocopter, Krieger, the German guy, I mean the German name at least, which is translated into warrior in English, is on a Disruptor, and Tinky on the Gyrocopter. Let's see what we got on the other side.
On the other side, we've got DK, literally just the entire team playing on one computer, and there he's going to be on the hero that hasn't been picked yet. I can't remember what it was right now. We do have Selen on the Wraith King, Reality stand-in on Silencer, Chrysalid on the Shadow Shaman, and Glanzo on Viper.
Yep, these are those 4, and which one is actually missing? What else we had?
Omni Knight, of course.
Omni Knight, I am Omni Knight, yeah. By the way, like, I love this hero. I'm a huge fan of Omni Knight. The only problem is, like, it always has a bittersweet taste, because I did, when I was streaming on HeflaTV on the 3rd channel here, I did mostly like gameplay stuff before I founded HeflaTV, and I lost my entire MMR from 4.8 to 4.1 something to an entire 2 days of Omni Knight. I was playing just for viewers like a Omni Knight 24 hours sort of thing, and I lost so many games because I just got like some weird stuff going on, and I don't know, I went for the craziest Omni Knight builds. Sometimes it worked out, but overall I just lost too many things because if you pick a certain hero like as a force pick, it just didn't fit in. But yeah, that's a sad story, and I never recuperated from it. First of all, because I don't have time, and yeah, well, that's a side story. So Omni Knight is always like a good memory, like how I lost my MMR.
Yeah, I've done that before, but things like whenever, you know, a hero becomes overpowered, but you've never played him before.
What?
You know, I've done that with Tinker and Lycan before, just dropping MMR as trying to learn a new hero.
Oh well, you haven't played Omni before? Seriously?
Actually, I play a semi-decent Omni Knight, personally. I know that I've had some pretty good games with him. I like his abilities a lot, especially as a support.
Yeah, no, but the problem is that I play a very aggressive Omni Knight. I'm going like Degen Aura and just to heal, skip Repel completely, except for a level 1 Repel at level 7. But that's it, and then you just go ham, and like when you know you dominate your enemy, you go for Radiance, and you just follow them Degen Aura. They have no idea what's happening to them. It's pretty much like when you play Smurf with the Radiance on Ricky. That's just how it is. Everybody's like, oh, I'm burning, I lose HP, I don't know why. And like, you're just standing there, and everything's happening around you. It's just hilarious. Like, I wanted to make a video, but unfortunately the replay got some kind of lost in a patch, but that was so funny. I had a 31-0 game on a Smurf account. Like, I don't know what kind of game that was, but apparently they didn't buy detection the entire game. Like, those people, they must have been completely new to Dota. That was like the first calibration game. It was just amazing. It was just pure fun. Ricky, Radiance. no detection, just standing there, not on purpose, not even hitting anything.
Oh, I've actually seen. I actually have on my friends list someone who's 1K MMR, and occasionally I watch.
How can you be on 1K MMR?
They exist. As in, I occasionally watch his games, and it's painfully bad. As in, I've seen like Warlocks just go straight up rush, Aghanim Scepter, and then like straight up rush to Refresher after that, and like use his ultimate on the creeps.
Okay, that's interesting. But I mean, 1K MMR, that pretty much means you barely know how to turn on your PC. But oh well.
Supposedly, there's even worse with the 500 MMR players. There's even a lower depth than that. And I've actually got some replay matches here that I need to go look through, as they sound hilarious.
Yeah, but kinda, I don't know, like it's pretty strange. I mean, you join a game and then apparently you go AFK right away. You might as well just wait in the lobby so we can talk to the viewers in chat, or like we don't have to be awkwardly around here and just look at, I don't know, certain items. Like I actually like the item of the Gyrocopter. I've never seen this before. Head of Fortune. Really looks cool, like a tinkerish thingy.
Oh
But
yeah.
still. Oh, he's ready. I can't even believe it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because sadly we've run out of stuff about the actual game to talk about. I know. The positioning right now from 2KG is terrible. GG, well played.
Well, let's see. I'm really curious about the laning now because for 2K, this could go either way. Oh, seriously? Now Hefla is actually mad.
But talking about yourself in third person. Hefla smash! Hefla now angry.
No, because like after this game, I finally like I have about 2 hours or 3 hours VODs to do. Every game of yesterday, and that is over. In summary, like over 15 games or so. I have to do VODs and the games from today. So when this is over and everybody is going home and eating to their children and wife and watching a movie, whatever, like there's a lot of work starting for me. Plus I have a couple interviews with applicants for the German channels and even for the English channels. So my night is pretty long, and like I'm just looking forward till this is over. Not that I don't want to cast. Obviously I want to cast, and obviously I enjoy it. I'm just saying, like if they have like those crazy pauses and this is going deep in the night, I'm not gonna get any sleep this night either, and I only have 2 hours the last night already. So let's see. Either way, we introduced the teams already, and now we have those 3 people here looking for something in the enemy jungle. There's the observer board coming out, and let's see if they find something. It doesn't even seem like they are interested in it. So far this is just saying scouting a bit, putting the wards there. Now this ward here in the mid, okay, it's relatively standard position, but it's daytime. I don't know if anyone saw them. There's no one in the mid, and this way, well, there's the observer ward. They see him now directly with the line, and I guess that's easy dewarding. Oh, here's the ice path just for funsies and harass, I guess. Either way, they're gonna guard that rune top. Nobody is even bothering with the bottom rune. They're standing at the base just for maximum block, even though I'm not a fan of like blocking, especially when you're on the radiant side. But let's see. I mean, the Magnus is doing the same, but the problem is he's having the boots, and if you have boots, it's kind of hard to block since the change in 6.8 where the creeps were slowed down. But let's see. Creep wave at least in the mid hit, and a very successful block by reality, but a bit too successful because you want that they're on your side, on your high ground, but you don't want that they're on your tower, because in the end the Warlock is getting like a nicely pushed creep wave now. So the only thing is of course free CS there for reality, but now the creep wave is finding themselves under the other tower. Either way, let's see what's happening. We have a Trident versus Trident. This is definitely going to be interesting. And in the mid he picked up Last Word, so Last Word directly on the Warlock. That's quite some nice harass. Even there the disarm effect was coming out, which even made it impossible for him to get the right clicks. And Fatal Bonds is the counter on the Warlock side. That's interesting.
Yeah, some interesting stuff there coming out as I don't think I've ever seen a mid matchup with Silencer versus Warlock.
Nope, this is something new to me as well. But as I said, that's the good thing about, that's why I like Division 2 games. That's why we cast them as well, because sometimes they're really, really interesting. But let's see. Magnus versus Omni Knight, also a very interesting lane. 1 point in Degen Aura. I don't know if this is a tanky, like, a tanky slash fast farming Omni Knight. The question is what he is going for. Is he really gonna be one of those like with more damage heavy Omni Knights, or is he gonna be really just the utility Omni Knight, just getting the fast XP, getting that ultimate and starting to roam around, starting to get some stuff done? And yep, this is definitely gonna be interesting. But I still think we're gonna see our first blood somewhere here top, and it might as well be the Gyrocopter, because with the stun they can do actually a lot. Then the follow-up Shackles and the Viper doing some damage. Like 1 point Nether Toxin should be possible. The only thing they have to fear is really the Ice Path. The Ice Path is, or I always say Ice Path, but it's Frost Path. No, it's Ice Path. Always these. The ice spells are the most horrible ones, you know? Ice Wall or Frost Wall, Frost Blast, Ice Blast, Ice Path. Like, there's so many different things. It's almost, why couldn't it be like Shadow? Everything's Shadow. Shadow Shaman, Shadow Demon, Shadow Ward, Shadow Word. So many things.
Yep, and I will note right now that we're talking about this Silencer versus Warlock, but the Warlock is getting completely destroyed in this matchup.
Yep,
I would have said that Silencer would have the better lineup, but having 0 last... Oh, there we go, the first last hit.
Yep, he got the first last hit. I can't even believe it. That's 2 minutes in, but in the meantime, the Shadow Shaman, they're getting the kill here on the Disruptor. First blood is going out, even through the Ice Path. Like, that was kind of, again, unexpected. I was looking in the mid because that is just too hilarious to watch. Like, it's the second CS he has in 3 minutes. The Warlock, I don't know, with 3 branches, it's just not working out. Like, I mean, even as a Warlock, you need some base damage to work with. The base damage is relatively low. You only have like about 40. Where's he starting? I think at 45ish or so at level 1. So without a null talisman, you really have a bad time, especially if the Silencer is going for that 1 point in Clays, which is giving him like the 30% on his base intelligence. So it's really hard to like out CS him. Plus the fact that there's Last Word and the disarm effect coming into place. But now we have a rotation. It is Shakira and Krieger, so they need to wait for the Glimpse though. The Glimpse is 5 seconds, but then again, they know the supports are missing top. So Silencer, 480 HP. But an invisibility rune, and he's using it immediately.
That is just such a shame right there, and this is currently being a disaster for 2K Gaming in this early laning stage. As we see, the Omni Knight, he's winning his lane, 26-5, the highest last hitter in the game right now, compared to a 12-1 Magnus, who's not doing too badly against him. On the mid, we have the 4-0 Warlock going up against a 19-9, and also the Viper's getting a lot of fun with 26-1 against this 5 last hits Gyrocopter.
Yep, and now, does he have points in Repel? No, he does not have points in Repel. That's of course bad news, because now we have a Glimpse on him, we have an Ice Path on him, and, well, no Shockwave. But, let's see. I mean, so far, he only has Arcane Boots, but no mana left. That means he doesn't even have a heal right now. Gets hit by the tower. Ice Path completely off target. There's the Brave Fire, and, oh my god, they put him directly under the ward, but I can't believe it. He just dinged a level there. He just dinked the level, and in the meantime, in the mid, they get this rotation on the Warlock. So I actually thought this is going to be a safe kill on the Omni Knight, but instead of picking up the ultimate, the Guardian Angel, he picked up 1 point in Repel and was safe there with the Glimpse. That was very unlucky and very unfortunate for 2K. Instead of TC striking mid at the exact same time and getting that Warlock kill, fairly easy.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now is just simply a case of the individual mechanical skill, I feel, from each of these 2K players is being outplayed by the TC players.
I think they want to go for the Gyrocopter, but the Gyrocopter hiding there, hiding behind the trees at the side shop. Oh, that would have been an easy kill, I think. But they're not scouting him, therefore, no way. Still, 2-0, 5 minutes in. Let's see where this is going, but TC, they definitely have a good start, and that Silencer, oh yeah, it's just so much harass coming out now, and even the Fatal Bonds, like, the Fatal Bonds on just 2 targets, that's just nothing you really want to have. Like, that's not enough to, like, drive a Silencer out, especially because the Silencer also is bottle crawling, so he doesn't really care, to be honest.
Yeah, you say where it's going, as in, it may be a little early usually to look at the grass at this point, but just to show how badly this laning stage is going, even though they've only lost 2 kills, it's currently a 4K gold lead for a TC.
Yep, absolutely. And, well, let's see what we see now. Reality is coming in from the back, but he would meet 3 people here, so that might not be the best choice. It all happens also under this observer ward here, so they had vision from the high ground. But yeah, he's going immediately back, was just checking for the rune. Did he actually find that rune? Yes, it's a haste rune, and now, oh my god, the Viper getting top that kill in the mid. Do we have a go on the Warlock? No, we do not. But the Clem's being back on the Viper. He's still, the self is ticking. Now it's actually getting interrupted. He's getting quite some damage, but now they get the kill on Disruptor, and only the Viper is the return kill. That's the first one actually to happen here for 2K. They won't get more. Saying it's just too far away and too fast, especially because the Gyrocopter, Gyrocopter, I say Jakiro. I thought he didn't have boots, but actually he did. He's just too slow.
Yeah, but we are... this is just... I just feel that 2K, they're doing okay rotations, but their individual laning is what's letting them down so far. As they are going to be trying to just go for this tower push right now. They realize this laning stage is not working. They do get a nice stun off on the Viper.
Yeah, but they need the Disruptor for this one. There's a Viper Strike here on the Gyrocopter. He's taking heavy damage. There should be a Shadow Word, but at the moment, he's not bothering. But oh, there's a rotation in. It is... oh, the Wraith King. And he's actually going in there. And now there's the first RP he's getting all... and look at this, Fatal Bonds on all of them, and this is so much damage. I mean, the Magnus is going down, but it's at least a 1-1 trade. Now they have to be careful though. The Chakiro, he doesn't have a TP. There's the Guardian Angel, and they will go get Tinky kill. Well, oh well, there's still the Shadow Shaman. Like, a lot of damage. All they need is, yes, the AoE. That should be just fine. Oh, but is there enough damage for maybe the Barrage? Turn around, Barrage, and... oh, this is a ton of damage. Viper is getting that Gyrocopter kill, and the funny part is there were Fatal Bonds to the Omni Knight, so that was even relatively close. Unfortunately, the Warlock didn't bother with that fight. He went for the tower instead, and if you look at the HP, Guanza would have died from the Shadow Word, like the DK on the Omni Knight would have died from the Shadow Word, or new Fatal Bonds, or anything like that. I really think the Warlock should have done something there, but now, oh, he's healing himself there. That's last word, but also Curse of the Silent coming up there. The right clicks. I don't know if this is enough, but it definitely hurts him a ton. But the heal is just too strong at the moment. But maybe... oh god, there's the last word now directly on the Gyrocopter. The silence is coming through, but no cooldown used, no nothing. But, oh, the Wraith King coming in. There's the cooldown, but Gyrocopter, he is going down for sure.
Yeah, because right now... 2K just getting completely walked all over by Thundercats. Thundercats just running around and doing whatever they please. A Silencer looks like he's going to be going for possibly a fast Midas.
Yep, absolutely, and well, it's just not good news. And you were absolutely right. At 9 minutes, we're looking at the net worth, and again, and now a decent look in the graphs. It's 4K already for TC. Obviously, after 5 kills, and when it comes to gold, they're just farming much better. Like, that is the main reason is really the mid. I mean, the mid owned is the Warlock managed to get 10 CS so far. 10 CS. Yes, I'm not lying, I'm not hoaxing whatsoever. This is 10 CS in 9 minutes, a mid Warlock. Just not working out, and Krieger is just going solo here. There's an Ice Path slowing him down, but if there is a Viper Strike, unfortunately it's on cooldown, but they still have the Mac. They can tank this tower easily. Krieger's going down, Macropire. I don't know why he's picking that one up, but they just walk through it. The level 1 Macropire is really, really weak, and with the next stun, this is easy going. The Viper coming in, the poison attack, and he doesn't even bother. He went back, and one more hit. Wraith King just getting this. It's just those two supports and the build that Shakira has. The build is just, I don't know, 3 points dual breath. Who does that? 2 points Ice Path, no points in Liquid Fire. Like, Liquid Fire is the goddamn strongest spell on the Jakiro, so I don't know why he's not going for it. But apparently he decided so. They not just get the 2 supports, they get the tower on top of it, and that's, of course, the best trade you can do. 2-0 plus tower, that's the cherry on top of the cake.
Yeah, but meanwhile, we are seeing 2K, they're trying to make something they're trying to pull something back right now. Possibly onto a gank on the Wraith King, but he is level 7 with no ultimate at the moment. A little bit interesting right there, as he hasn't picked that up.
Yeah, actually, I think it's kind of retarded to not pick it up, but he actually put 5 points in it. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's level 7. Oh yes, he has points over. Or did he put points in stats?
I think he's put 1 point in stats, and he's saving the other point just in case he needs it.
I don't understand this build either, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it's cool. Like, in the stats, I agree, but 1 point in the Mortal Strike is definitely good, especially if you, as you saw it already, like they were chasing someone that were doing right clicks, and therefore sometimes having that crit, even if it's level 1, it's just fine. But nice. Oh, this is a ton of damage now. The stun here on the gyrocopter. There's Shadow Word as well coming out, and now, yes, he's putting that point into it. That's the first ultimate down, 260 seconds, cooldown, not gonna hit anything. The Viper was just faking it. So in the end, no damage done, except for, of course, the 260 ultimate is down, and it takes quite a while till it's back up. So that's the only thing 2K achieved here. But then again, they didn't use anything crucial. I mean, the cooldown is the ultimate that is such a low cooldown anyway. It's 55 seconds. Every minute you can just spam that. So no damage done on either side, I guess.
Yeah, because we are going to be seeing TC. They're just farming an enemy jungle right now. The laning stage is over, and they're just... It feels like 2K aren't even in this game, so to say.
Oh, and they want even more. There, the Warlock's done. He still has ultimate, but he doesn't even get to cast his Macro Pyre, holding him in place, but it just does no damage whatsoever. And the Wraith King might even go for more. There's the stun. If he gets close to him, he's gonna get the heal from the Omni Knight. There it is, and that brings Tinky so low. Degen Aura was on him. The Viper is actually getting that right click, not even with the poison attack, just a normal casual, like, oh look here, bam, there you go. The fun part is that the silencer is not involved in all those, because if he would be involved, he would get like endless goddamn stacks, but he was only involved in 2 kills so far. And there's another stun here on the gyrocopter, and the heal is just finishing it off. That Omni Knight pick so far, it's just working off. It's working out. I mean, Purification level 4, it does 360 damage plus minus the magic resistance. I mean, actually no, wait, it's pure. It's pure damage, is it? Wait. Yeah, Purification is pure damage.
Yeah, but it is pure damage, and well, at this point, I'm not quite sure what 2K can do without Thundercats making a mistake. Because at this point, they're just so far ahead. They've taken down all but 2 of the towers on the outside of the tier 3s. They're currently around about 8,000 experience ahead. And
well, it's all about Magnus. It's all about Magnus. I mean, I said it already in the draft. I mean, I see what the Peruvians wanted to do here. They wanted to get the fat Magnus, then the Warlock, Fatal Bonds, Golem on top of it, Kinetic Field, Static Storm, Ice Path, Frost Path. I mean, and that's what they planned to do, but it's just not working out. Look at it, Talon. He doesn't even have ultimate, and this combination is just so sick. Stun, heal, and that's pretty much it. Tier 2 tower down before anything happens. The entire thing was even with the global silence being used just to make sure the Magnus isn't coming in. And the way TC is positioning, that Magnus is never going to see a 3-man or 4-man RP in his life here.
And that's what they need at this point to bring it back. The Gyrocopter's taking a whole bunch of damage. He's going to have to TP back out, but he's got 14-second cooldown. This might be the end of him. As we do see the Omni Knight, they're not actually going to go try and chase him down. And he's just going to hide in the corner of the trees and try and TP out there in 3 seconds.
Yep, absolutely. And as you said, you don't have an idea how 2K Gaming should come back on this. Besides the Magnus, me neither. That's unfortunately the bad news. And there's just nothing I see happening right now. TC is sticking together, but then again not clumped up, so there's no good chance for a RP. Like, their towers are well protected. Just one tower went down, that was the top one. Even the illusions of the Wraith Kings are causing huge problems here. Look at it. Like, they need almost 4 people right-clicking an illusion from the of the Wraith King to get him down. And there's also, like, they're being watched all the time. Secret Shop, they saw everything that happened here. In the mid there's a ward, so they see everything. The only good thing about 2K is they really make sure that their jungle is warded, so at least there the Gyrocopter is sort of safe. But this Gyrocopter is so poor. This is 15 minutes face boot and an Aquila. That's just not positive.
Just not good enough. And if we have a quick look at 2K, the only shining hope for them is, I hate to say it again, but the Magnus with that Blink Dagger. You know, with a Blink Dagger, theoretically, they can get the combo off.
Yep, it really has to be all about that combo. That's the only way they can come back. But I really have the feeling that Marshall here, that Magnus player, I mean, so far 50 minutes and we saw 1 RP. And RP is a 2-minute cooldown. So since he's level 6, we have pretty much potentially 4 RPs or maybe even more that could have been cast. But he's one of those players who waits for the perfect one. But now, Krieger here, oh, he's being stunned. He still has his ultimate ready. There is the heal, but it does not hit. But the second stun should finish Krieger's life. Yes, he's going down. And now they want even more. There's the RP. It's actually hitting on the people, but there is a repel up. So this one is getting completely ignored. the ultimate of the Wraith King. Nothing achieved so far, and look at the Omni Knight just going ham. There's the stun, the Warlock is getting finished off here, and the next guy with the Degen Aura, look at this. The Guardian Angel on 4 points, Degen Aura, nothing they can do. Tinky's the next one to fall, and even the Magnus, he can't do anything. Nothing. 10 stick charges might have been something to stall time, but in the end they get even the Golem on top of it. The Gyrocopter not even bothering to TP in there, like with his low HP, would have been a bad idea either way, and that's it. Tier 2 tower is going down, and to be honest, this game is over.
Yeah, and that was a 2 versus 3 situation in which they didn't come. They took out the ultimate of Wraith King, and that was all they managed to do. As Wraith King is already level 11, meaning he's got that level 2 ultimate. Didn't quite have it at the time though, meaning he is going to be...
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Now the heal is coming out. Oh, unfortunately, no. He's actually getting glimpsed back, but he dies before anything's happening. Like, the Master Awards being now here on the high ground, like, this will be a very first and after tier 3 tower. There is a cliff still available, but they're not even using it. They're waiting till more is to come, but the problem is RP is still down 40 seconds. The cooldown maybe could do some damage, but oh, there is a Viper Strike. And this one actually got dodged and disjointed by the Magnus, but as I said, the Magnus can't really do anything. They might want to focus the Wraith King, obviously, because his ultimate is down, but oh, this Viper Strike, like this one he couldn't disjoint, it's actually going through, and they're doing their job. Master Open Wards just focusing on the last ward, and on the last ward I say, on the last tracks. They don't even want it, they don't even need it. Who cares about range tracks?
At this point, they could just push in as 5, as in, unless Magnus hits that ultimate, and even then, Warlock's ultimate's down for 60 seconds, which means they can't do anything against this.
He's completely on the level. That's just, I mean, this is a mid Warlock, 18 minutes in, he's supposed to have 4 points Fatal Bonds, 4 points Chaotic Offering, and they're just GGing out, like they're saying, hey guys, there's no chance, this draft, it just, the problem about this draft, it's just too obvious. It's like, you know, when children try to do this magic tricks, like the magic tricks, and do it in front of their parents. You know exactly what happens, but you pretend like, oh yeah, oh, that was great, I've never seen this coming, you know, or where did that penny come from? Yeah, this is like, and this draft felt like it, so, I mean, kudos to the Peruvians that they had like a nice idea of a AoE draft. It doesn't fit in the current meta, and it was just too obvious and too easy to counter. The laning stage was a horror, and therefore the result was very obvious. But it's a 2-game series, and therefore the Peruvians have a chance to come back here against Thundercats, maybe with a decent draft along the meta at the moment, banning correctly out. That would be interesting. So we're looking forward to game number 2, and we will be back in just 2 minutes.